Disclaimer. What you are about to hear is for entertainment and light education. This is meant to spark curiosity, to explore history, legend, and symbolism, but it should be taken very lightly. We do not intend to offend anyone's personal beliefs, values, or opinions.
Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. We are the Seekers of the Arcane, if you don't already know. I'm Mars.
I'm Jesse.
And for today's video, we are going to be exploring the idea, the theory of why paranormal activity seems to mainly center around nighttime. So if you guys are interested in learning more or hearing more, then just keep on watching. But before we get into our video, if you guys can do us a quick favor and like this video when it's over, if you end up liking this video. Also, don't forget to share and subscribe to our channel. If you guys could share this to anybody who is interested in paranormal, anyone who's interested in occult, esoteric knowledge, paranormal investigations, haunting cases, etc., etc. Just literally anything having to do with the paranormal, because we have all that here on our channel. You will not regret it, trust me. But with all that being said, let's go ahead and get started on our video.
Why is it that almost every ghost story begins the same way? It's late, the lights are off, the world is quiet. People rarely claim to see ghosts at noon. Paranormal encounters almost always happen at night. But is that because something awakens after dark, or because we change when the sun goes down? Tonight we're going to explore both sides of that question. First, the grounded, logical explanations of why paranormal activities appear more common at night. Then we'll move beyond science into spiritual beliefs, cultural memories, and ancient lore, where night has always belonged to something else.
When the sun sets, the earth does not simply go dark. It behaves differently. During the day, sunlight energizes the ionosphere, creating an energetic buffer that absorbs and stabilizes subtle electromagnetic fluctuations. At night, that buffer weakens. Geomagnetic variations can travel closer to the Earth's surface, especially in areas with fault lines, underground water, or mineral-rich ground, places that appear again and again in haunting reports. The human brain, particularly the temporal lobes, is sensitive to even slight electromagnetic changes. These shifts can produce sensations commonly reported in paranormal encounters: unease without cause, vivid imagery, and the feeling of being watched. At night, the environment grows quieter and the brain becomes more reactive.
Sunlight does more than illuminate the world. During the day, solar radiation saturates the earth with energy, creating constant electromagnetic interference that overwhelms subtle environmental changes. When the sun sets, that interference disappears. Without solar noise, minor irregularities become noticeable. The static charges linger longer. The atmosphere feels different, not visibly, but perceptibly. Nothing supernatural is created by this shift, but small disturbances subtly feel meaningful, especially when darkness already heightens awareness.
The ground itself plays a role. The earth naturally releases negatively charged ions, especially from moist soil, stone foundations, and underground water sources. At night, cooler air settles near the ground, allowing these ions to accumulate. Negative ions are known to influence mood and perception. In certain concentrations, they are associated with heightened alertness, emotional sensitivity, and subtle tension. This doesn't create paranormal events, but it helps explain why nighttime environments often feel charged, uneasy, and alive in ways daylight smooths over.
Darkness changes how the brain processes reality. Peripheral vision becomes unreliable. The brain fills in missing information. The fear center becomes more active when visual input is limited. Fatigue adds to the effect. So does isolation. And most importantly, night is when the mind slips between waking and sleep, a liminal state where imagination, memory, and perception overlap. This is why so many encounters happen in the bedroom, hallways, and staircases. Why figures are seen just out of sight. Why experiences feel real even when they defy explanation. And yet, even when all of this explains how something might be perceived, it doesn't fully explain why so many people feel their experiences are external, as if something else was involved. That's when belief enters the story.
In spiritual and cultural lore, night is not simply the absence of light. It is the natural state of the world. Day is seen as imposed order, human time, human activity, human dominance. When the sun sets, that dominance weakens. Spirits don't appear at night because they suddenly gain power. They appear because human authority over space begins to fade. The world becomes shared again.
Many traditions teach that places are held by intention. By day, rooms are filled with voices, movements, and purpose. By night, that intention dissolves. Spirits are believed to occupy spaces human abandoned first. Empty rooms, unused hallways, staircases, attics. These are spaces where human presence has thinned. When objects move, a doorway opening, a chair shifting, it isn't always interpreted as aggression. It is reoccupation, a signal that the space is no longer empty.
Sleep is not considered harmless in lore. It is considered open. Across cultures, sleep is described as partial departure. The soul loosens its grip on the body. Boundaries soften. This is why encounters cluster around half-waking moments. The living drift closer to the spiritual threshold without realizing it. The spirit world does not intrude, it intersects.
Certain hours of the night are believed to be especially exposed. The so-called witching hour was never originally associated with demons. It marks the point when the human body and mind are at their weakest, when dreams are strongest and defenses are lowest. Spirits are believed to appear then, not because they are stronger, but because nothing resists them, not power, permission.
So why does paranormal activity seem to happen at night? From a logical perspective, because the environment quiets, the sun withdraws, electromagnetic noise fades, and the human brain becomes more sensitive to subtle changes it ignores during the day. From a spiritual perspective, because humans retreat, boundaries loosen, intention dissolves, and the world becomes shared once more. Maybe night doesn't awake the supernatural at all. Maybe it simply removes the layers that keep us from noticing it. So the real question isn't why paranormal activity happens at night. Is something actually becoming more active after dark? Or are we finally quiet enough to realize it was always there? Well guys, that is it for today's video. We hope that you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe once again. And don't forget to share your comments